Will the assembly stand at ease?
District Executive Committee, a county or district executive committee meeting, 1/4 of the membership excluding vacancies shall constitute a quorum for conduct of non-statutory business. That's RPT rule.
We've already adopted that rule, Mr. Bible.
Did I vote for it?
Okay, the next item on the agenda is the administration oath of office to the precinct chairs elected. Order. The next item is the administration of oath of office to the precinct chairs elected in the 2018 primary. And I'm going to ask all the precinct chairs that were in the 2018 primary to rise, please. And I'll have Lily Gott administer the oath.
Wait a minute. All of us that were elected in the primary.
More that were unopposed.
Or that, because we filed in December. You filed in December.
Filed in December.
Yes. Then you're it.
That's right. That's basically lost.
Okay, is everyone ready?
Didn't y'all
Please raise your right hand. Please, quietness. Thank you.
Come on, Ray.
Okay, please. State your name when I say I. All of you can just state your name. I affirm that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the great state of Texas, the platform of the Republican Party, and that I will do to the best of my ability, serve as a precinct chair of the Bexar County Republican Party. So help me God. Thank you. Order. The next item on the agenda is the announcement of resignation.
Yeah, the next item is what? Let's see. Resignation. Oh, okay.
Vivian Brown, Martin Delgado, Jesse Alanese, and Carlos Raymond resigned as precinct chairs. Item number C, appointment of uncontested candidates for precinct chairs to fill vacancies.
Excuse me, Vera Billingsley of Precinct 2040. Donald Varela sent his resignation in, and you didn't name his name.
Okay, the chair stands corrected. Donald Varela, we did not receive his resignation.
It was misplaced because he brought it.
Donald Varela resigned. All right. The next item is the appointment of uncontested candidates for precinct chairs to fill vacancies. So this is for the people that were appointed vacant, either vacant precinct chairs. Would you please rise?
Madam Chairman.
I'm not too sure about it. Nothing was done.
Madam Chairman.
Recognizes Mr. Rain.
Michael Rain, Precinct 2026.
He'd get it out.
Point of order, if I may. Respectfully ask that either you read out the names of those that are standing and are going to be appointed, or ask them to give us their names so that we know who they are, please?
Yes.
And their precinct number. Madam Chairman, their own introduction would be sufficient.
One moment, please.
Tonight, anyway. I don't think I'll go there.
I might just need his help. Let's just go through where it's here.
You know what I'm getting ready to do? To make a motion that Michael Rader gets
Madam Chairman,
She always has somebody that does it.
I have 24 new precinct chairs. We had more, but they didn't make it to the meeting tonight, and so I can call off those names.
Madam Chair, point of order. As you read their names, could they maybe just give a wave so we can acknowledge and see who they are?
They're standing up.
Russia.
They're standing up.
Madam Chair, we also need you to read all the names, whether they're here or not.
Roger that.
Ask that. Who asked that? I want the precinct chair. What's that?
You can see me in court next week.
I stand corrected. We have 48 new precinct chairs. So what I'll do, the first round is precinct chairs that are present. I will read those names. And I will begin with Lynn Wiesner, 3137. Will you wave? You signed in. Right there, center.
Where?
Will you stand up instead of waving? Just stand up and do that. Mr. Wiesner, will you come up front, please? So we can acknowledge you.
Yes.
Thomas Levici, Precinct 4091. Thomas Levici, here he comes on the side. Diane Lacey, Precinct 4112. Diane Lacey. Guadalupe Hernandez, Precinct 1067. John Hoyle, Precinct 3048. Eugenio Rodriguez, Precinct 2074.
Come on in, Eugenio.
Madam Chairman, point of order.
No, not now.
Thank you, Mr. Hoffman. John Hoyle is opposed, but we'll put him to the side.
Okay.
So, the next one is Christopher Garrett, Precinct 1111. Robert Hidros, Precinct 1047, on the south side. Woo! And Michael Norwood, precinct 3195. There on the side, green shirt. Vera Billingsley, precinct 2040.
I haven't looked at them at all, so I don't know anything about it.
Robert Reyes, precinct 1087. Adam Sawyer, precinct 4058. Francine Manis. Trying to put the Spanish on it. That's precinct 4108. Rafael Bejar, precinct 1121. Rafael Bejar. All right. Mark Reyna, precinct 1014. Mark Reyna. There he is. Sandra McMahon, 2014. Charles Davila, precinct 2025.
You're not gonna get them all up there, Cynthia.
We'll get it. James Penley, 2059. Oh, correction, he's not here. Not Mr. Darwell, I'm sorry, stand corrected. Diane, okay, he is there. Come on up. I'm sorry. Is that Davila? Is that who you are? Who are you? Okay, come on up. You need to sign in, James. I did sign in. It's not on my sheet. All right, Diane Barber, precinct 2084. Maureen Robbins, precinct 2086. Here she comes. Annalisa Goody, precinct 2112. Stacy Dorshuk, precinct 2154. Mary Sunshine Anderson, precinct 3013.
Ceremony.
Anna Heinmeyer, and that's precinct 3026. That's a contested one.
All right.
Robert Prado, precinct 3039. Alyssa Navarro, Naro, precinct 3042. Ahelia Angie Aguirre, 3068. Janet Atkins, 3076. Robert DeLuna, precinct 4171. Karen Dimler, precinct 3148. Denise Gutierrez Homer, precinct 4123. Quentin Hildebrand, precinct 3070. Jason Jacob, precinct 2135. Donald Krebs, precinct 4164. Thomas Kruger, 4092. Martin Tirado, precinct 3134. Christopher McQuaid, 3127. Joe Olney, precinct 3057. James, I just found your name on another list. All right. Yep, here it is. James Penley. All right. James Valancourt, precinct 4087. Jane Fritz, precinct 3093. Contested. Ed, it looks like Bingen Burger, thank you. Precinct 3072, contested. Thank you. Christopher Hummel, 3048, I think that was contested too. Contested. Roger. Rita Carson, precinct 1118. Denise Miranda, precinct 40. Precinct 4062. Luis Urbina, precinct 2065. Martin Delgado, precinct 4092. Michael Hostetter, precinct 3116. Sylvia Soto, precinct 1142. Shannon Stutenville, precinct 3202. Andres Holiday, 41. Is that 16 or 18, Andres? 15? And that's it.
Madam Chairwoman, Madam Chairman,
Wait a second.
Cheryl Hagenson, precinct 3028. I move that our body accept all these precinct chairs in uncontested races by acclamation.
Not yet, because Mr., I'm sorry, I forgot your name. I know your name, Colonel.
Robert Casillas, I'm
Robert
a Shrek
Casillas.
representative for Senate District 19, representing 17 counties. I'm also the precinct chair elect, I guess, for 1063, so we should call my name.
Right.
Did you fire?
Either I overlooked it, or it's not on here, but I'll accept your name. Colonel Casillas, what's your first name? Is it John? Robert.
If he is a candidate, he cannot be a precinct chair. He's a registered candidate. He cannot be a precinct chair.
What are you running for? Your precinct, just precinct chair? Okay, he's just a precinct chair. What did you say you were running for something?
I said I was elected as a Shrek representative for Senate District 19 at the state convention on June the 8th.
Perfect.
Again, Madam Chairman, I move that we accept these precinct chair in uncontested races by acclamation, and we welcome you to the Bear County Executive
Do
Committee.
I hear a second? All those in favor of accepting the precinct chairs that have been named in uncontested races signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? None? Precinct chairs, don't leave. Precinct chairs. Order. Precinct chairs, do not leave. Lily will now read the oath. Everyone, please put your right hand up and repeat your name when I state your name. Ready? I. Louder, say your name. Affirm that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the great state of Texas, the platform of the Republican Party, and that I will, to the best of my ability, serve as precinct chair of the Bear County Republican Party. So help me God. Okay, very good. Good job.
Oh, yeah, me and John and Sylvia. I know. You know, next time let's go. So go in the first.
Now if we can go on to the next order of business. Order.
Madam Chairman, Fred Bible, 317, don't we vote in those who are not here, and then they have to be sworn in at a future meeting?
I think they have to be present, Fred, to take the oath.
They wouldn't serve till they took the oath. I mean, okay.
They have to be voted by the body. So the next order of business is the elections of contested candidates for precinct chairs to fill vacancies. Would the following: Jane Fritz, 3093, come forward. Ed, okay, you're gonna have to help me. Berger, is that what that is? Berger, Ed Berger. And Christian Hummel. Anna Hannemeyer. John Hoyle, please come forward. Okay, so we're going to do the contested, we're going to do Christian Hummel and John Foyle, who are running for precinct 3048. And I'm going to go in alpha order. And I'm going to begin with Christian Hummel. 2 minutes.
Thank you all for letting me speak here tonight. I really appreciate it. Running for Precinct 3048 really means a lot to me because I've gotten to know a lot of you from being at these meetings for the past 10 months. I've managed a campaign for House District 121. I've block walked, I have phone banked, I've been to about every event that I could possibly think of to try to make a difference. I am also the campaign manager for Tom Rickoff, who's running for county judge. We have our hands full against Nelson Wolf. We are trying to make a difference at every turn. So I implore you all to please vote for me for Precinct 3048. Thank you very much for your time.
By a show of hands, how many people know me by my face? Thank you. And how many people know me by my name and my face? Very good. How many of you people received a little piece of paper from me? Raise your hands, please. Those who didn't, share it with the people next to you. Okay. As I'm showing you there, I just put so many out there, and that way you can share with everybody else because I know we'd have a packed house. Okay. You want my voice loud? You'll get it loud. Okay, fine. You want to repeat what I said? No. Okay. As you know, the paper says I've been doing this for quite some time. I stepped out of one precinct because I moved into another one. Opened it up, found out, oh my gosh, there's nobody there. So, put in my application, found out all of a sudden there's 3 people. One of them decided not to be here, and so that leaves 2 of us left. Okay? As you see on the back, on one side of those pages, it says 4 words. Less talk and more action. Okay? Since I don't have anybody speaking for me today, because they told me I could have somebody speaking for me, I have 3 people. I decided to leave you with these words. Thank you.
What's his name?
John Hoyle. John Hoyle, and they're both running for, it says John here. Okay? John and Jack. Remember John Kennedy, Jack Kennedy? Same guy. All right. So what we're going to do, I'm glad you found that humorous. So what we're going to do is all those in favor, alpha order, starting off with Christian. Say aye. Aye. All those in favor of John Jack Hoyle? Aye. Call for I think we need to go to a ballot vote. Okay, let's go and show of hands. All right. Standing, better. Those in favor of Christian Hummel, please stand. Okay, please be seated. Those opposed, please rise. Sorry, that's what I was told. Moving right along. Okay, so those for John Jack Hoyle, please rise. Where's John Jack Hoyle? Right here, John Jack Hoyle.
Where you shorted in the other guy? Put out.
Both I think I want to.
Jimmy has a take a close one.
Bless you.
You do? Yeah, my puppy is here.
Okay, for precinct 3048, Christian Hummel, 89, and John Jack Hoyle, 44. For your new chairman for precinct 3048 is Mr. Hummel. All right, the next one is precinct 3093, Jane Fritz.
Hello, I'm Jane Fritz, and I'm happy to be here. I have been involved with Bexar County Republican candidates for over 30 years, beginning as far back as John Cornyn, when he was a practicing lawyer, as some of my older colleagues say. I have mostly concentrated on judicial races. I was instrumental in the Committee for Judicial Reform, which had been a 20-plus year PAC for helping the local judges. My last involvement in a political campaign was campaign manager for Sheriff Susan Parmalee. And as you all know, it's a very, very close loss, unfortunately. So my seat was open, and I decided to, I've been a precinct chair previously, and I'm trying it again. So thank you for the opportunity, and who's next?
All right, and the other candidate is not present.
What's her name?
With Catherine McMillan. Catherine McMillan. She is not present. So can we just do a count off? All right. That's what I thought, but I was told by Mr. Hoffman that.
I'd love to take a vote.
Does anyone want to speak on behalf of Catherine McMillan? All right, seeing none, we're moving on. So, let's go for a vote. All those in favor of Jane Fritz? Let's just count off. I think it'd be easier. Okay, voice. Better idea.
Excuse me.
All right.
Hello. I move that we vote by acclamation, Ms. Fritz, since there's no opposition here. My name's Courtney Green. I'm precinct 3027.
All right. So those voice vote, those in favor of Jane Fritz signify by saying aye. Aye. Ooh, that was those in favor of those in favor of Catherine McMillan say aye. Aye. Ms. Fritz has it. The next precinct is Ed Berger in 3072. Okay, someone told me that Ed Berger was a contested race, and I see no other candidate in 3072. So, who?
Aurora Ortiz. Unless she's withdrawn.
I do not see her name on this list.
Madam Chairman, Aurora Ortiz was 3072. She did not show up.
All right. So Aurora Ortiz did not show up. So Ed, would you like to speak for 2 minutes?
Good evening. My name is Ed Berger. I moved into my house in 3072. I guess the precinct now 32 years ago, and I know everybody in my community there. I finally retired, and I've always been looking forward to getting involved with the Republican Party. Always voted that way, so I'd appreciate you voting me in. Thank you.
Does anyone want to speak for Aurora Ortiz? Seeing none. All those in favor of Ed Berger for being precinct chair 3012 signify by saying aye. Aye. Sorry, correction, 3072. And those, I'm sorry? And then those in favor of Aurora Ortiz signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay, Mr. Berger, you are now the new precinct chair for 3072. The next contested race is Anna Hannemeyer or Heinemeyer. Anna, right here? Okay. Okay, I do not see another name on my list for 3026. Mr.
No, if anybody came in, it came in after I worked on Thursday. So.
All right. So, Ms. Hammer.
Hello. Is that better? Hi, my name is Anna Heinemeyer. Most people know me by Allie. I am in precinct 3026 party. I look forward to getting more involved. Recently, I was able to attend the precinct convention, and I also got to attend the Bexar County Convention and the state convention. And so I look forward to getting involved even more. Thank you so much. I look forward to this opportunity.
Okay, so all those in favor of Anna Hannemeyer for precinct 3026 signify by saying aye. Aye. Anna Hannemeyer, you are now the new precinct. The Assembly, you wanted me to read the other names on the list, is that correct?
Yes, please.
All right. So the other names on the list were Catherine McMillan, precinct 3093. I'm sorry. No, yeah, she was in the contested race. That's right. Okay, Michael Mauser, 1144. Alyssa Naro, 3042. Wayne Terry, 2076. Robert Prado, 3039. Mark Reyna, 1014. Maureen Robbins, 2086. George Rodriguez, 3153. Now, Aaron Ruiz, he's on this list, but he was elected in the last CEC. Patricia Spades, 2114. And of course, Angie Aguirre, she was not here. She was here. Oh, wait a second. Oh, she was sworn in. Okay, she's not signed in on this list. Oh, these are the new people. I don't know why she's on this list if she's here. Okay, Mary Sunshine Andersland. She's here. I know. Why is this on?
Because they were sworn in.
Minerva Bernal, 2096, George Campbell, 1015, Emil Carter, 1075, Kimberly Crawford, 3002, Charles Davila, 2025, Stacy Dorshug, 2154, Diane Faber, 2084, Dale Ferguson, 2063, Aaron Fisher, 3085, Daniel Gonzalez, 2152, Annalisa Gooding, she was here. Okay, Diane Lacey, 2140, correction, 214112, I can't read. Yeah, why are these people on this list? All right, we're done. When the new precinct chairs step forward, so they can be sworn in.
Everyone ready? Kindly repeat and state your name after the I. I. Raise your right hand. I'm sorry. Raise your right hand, please. Thank you. Okay, I. Affirm that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution of the great state of Texas. The platform of the Republican Party. And that I will, to the best of my ability, serve as a precinct chair of the Bexar County Republican Party. So help me God. Thank you. Congratulations.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is the election appointment. No, correction, I'm way ahead of myself. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the adoption of bylaws. Mr. Rocket?
Madam Chair, I'm just waiting on you to move to adopt the bylaws.
I asked that already. Okay, we're moving to adopt the bylaws. Second.
Madam Chairman, I would like to make a motion to amend the bylaws that were sent in the call by substituting the bylaws that were distributed to all the members here this afternoon or this evening, as well as the standing rules that go along with those bylaws.
Second.
If you need them in writing, I have them here.
Everybody has.
Okay, Mr. Rocket, I called Chairman Dickey and talked to him. And he said the previous governing body cannot tell a new governing body what to do. Therefore, the bylaws that I sent out are the ones that we will go with.
Excuse me, Madam Chairman. I raise a point of order.
State your point.
The point of order is that we are here for the purpose to adopt bylaws, and that adoption includes amendments. and I raised a valid motion to make an amendment by substitution.
No.
And who are you? What's your precinct?
Yes, Madam Chairman, all were just sworn in. We are now a new body adopting bylaws.
I think so too. Somebody was
Madam Chairman,
Hold on a second.
I just wanted to acknowledge that your discussion with Mr. Dickey was in fact valid for the prior bylaws prior to this meeting. Since this meeting is specifically for the purpose of adopting new bylaws for the body that was just sworn in, you made a motion to adopt the bylaws that were sent with the call, and I'm making a motion to amend by substitution.
The chair understood that your motion was to amend the bylaws as presented.
My motion is to amend the presented bylaws that were sent with the meeting call by substitution of the bylaws that were handed out to all the members, and you have a copy as well. Yes.
Again, the chair restates that according to Chairman Dickey, not hearsay, got the text,
I have it in my email.
got the text, that you can, another governing body, which Chairman DeRazio had set up to create new bylaws for I'm still talking, sir, for the incoming administration was null and void once the election took place, and the bylaws that I presented were the ones that we're working on today.
I would actually agree with you on that point, but these bylaws that were passed out today are bylaws that we have the ability to amend, and I am making a motion to amend by substitution. It is a valid motion.
This motion's out of order.
I think I would.
Yes. My old bottle is nothing wrong with it to begin with.
Has anybody seen it? What? You read another copy. That was my copy. I don't see it past. No, that's okay. I know what it says.
Order.
Motion out of order.
Mr. Rocket, you state.
Microphone out of order.
Will you state your amendment by...
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Madam Chairman.
Will you state your amendment by substitution?
I have an entire 4-page version of it. I believe you have it as well. I could read it out loud if you like, but everyone here has a copy. Would you like me to read it out loud?
No.
No.
Mr. Rocket, I didn't get a copy.
I will bring you a copy right now.
He wasn't recognized anyway at the microphone. That's the first thing you have Frank, did she bring you the old one?
I left them at home. I left everything at home.
That's the old one, the one that she wanted.
These are another sets. Another sets.
His is 11 pages long. His is 11 pages long. Hers is 4 pages long. Madam Chair, just for clarification, I'm talking about the document entitled Proposed Bylaws, Republican Party of Bexar County, dated July 24, 2018. As opposed to the document Republican Party of Bexar County Executive Committee Bylaws that says proposed June 21st, 2018 at the top.
Not recognized at any time. Your microphone.
Is there a second?
I second. May I speak to my motion? May I speak to my motion?
You need to state your motion, Mr. Lester.
I am making a motion to amend by substitution and substitute the document that says proposed bylaws, Republican Party of Bexar County, July 24th, 2018, for those that were included in the original call.
And I have we voted on that yet?
Correct. In that same packet, in addition to the proposed bylaws, is also at the very last page is proposed standing rules. Those also would be substituted.
Which the parliamentarian would help with. They're trying to vote on something, they're trying to amend something that hasn't been voted on. The guy is totally out of order. I'm trying to amend something we haven't voted on. We haven't voted on the
That's not right either. So, given a...
we got no voted on they're trying to amend
Okay, it is moved and seconded to amend this by substituting the following.
No.
Proposed bylaws of the Republican Party of Bexar County.
No.
July 24th, 2018. Is there any discussion?
Yes, I'd like to speak to my motion, please. Madam Chair, I read your proposed bylaws, and I read the old bylaws from the previous body, and I read these proposed bylaws, and I read the proposed bylaws as suggested by the Republican Party of Texas in the from their own website. And they all are very different, but I spent a lot of time looking at them and determining which one made the most sense, which one was clearest, and which one brought up the correct information as required by the Texas Election Code. The proposed bylaws that I am recommending to be substituted were the best ones for that process and for this body, and I think that ultimately we will be better served by having those bylaws that encourage the body to be involved and have clear and defined purposes and what am I trying to say? Duties for the officers. Thank you.
Yay! Why didn't you do that when Snowball was running?
I tried.
Madam Chairman, I'm Louis Kreisel, Precinct 2082, and I propose an amendment to the motion that's on the floor now, to the substituted bylaws. I propose in Article 5, Section 3, D of those bylaws, where it says the vice chair shall preside over all meetings of the board, I propose, and the vice chair, if the vice chair is not present, the board shall elect among themselves a presiding chair for that meeting. I propose to change vice chair to county chairman.
Okay, excuse me, Mr. Kreisel, are you for or against this?
I'm making an amendment to this motion. I'm not speaking for it or against it.
Make an amendment.
Can you address for or against?
I'm making an amendment to the motion. I'd like to do this before this motion is voted on.
Sorry, sir, you
voted on it?
Incorrect. I second it. I second his motion. He's correct.
And now, I had more to my amendment, so decide if I'm in order.
This is discussion, we need one for, one against, one for, one against.
No, he's making an amendment.
It's an interrupting
Present your
motion.
amendment.
It's an interrupting motion. I'm proposing a substitution to the motion that's being made.
We already have one substitution on the floor, Mr. Kreisel.
We never
I'm
voted on the
amending
first
that
one.
substitution.
We never voted on the first one. They got the vice. We never voted on the first. No, but we're just trying to accept the second, and we're trying to amend the second motion.
Okay, Mr. Kreisel, you may continue.
Thank you. So, in item D, as I mentioned, I move that we substitute vice chair with county chair. Both places that it's used in that sentence. And to go along with that, well, my amendment doesn't make sense unless we also change in Article 4, Section 1B, delete the words.
Time. Is there anyone going to speak against? Is anyone going to speak against? Come forward, please. Someone against?
Please speaking against Mr. Kreisel's motion.
Against? The secondary amendment?
Okay, I'll speak against the motion. This particular board is for you, the grassroots, and the vice chair will serve you. Everything about Republican is grassroots right now. It's what Donald Trump is all about. It's serving you and I at that grassroots level. It doesn't do anything other to the chair, but it does empower you and I as grassroots because that vice chair is voted by us. That vice chair serves us. That vice chair serves everyone outside of us. That vice chair will help this party ground itself back to the grassroots that we believe that we are, and that's why we want to vote in the vice chair to serve and serve us well. So I am for to keep the amendment, or against your amendment, Mr. Kreisel, and ask you vote against his amendment.
Madam Chair, Fred Bible, Precinct
Are you
3147.
speaking for or against it, Mr.
I'm
Bible?
speaking for the amendment.
I need someone that wants to speak against the amendment, just to be
She
fair.
just did.
She just did. She just did.
My turn. Okay, essentially what this does is remove the chair from the position of power in the county.
Yeah.
I like the idea of what the proposal is, except that the person that was elected to lead this body was the chair. Mr. Krutzel's amendment takes the vice president out of being that person and puts the chairman back into being it.
Right.
Okay, so if this is passed, whatever that decision would be, that's what's going to be for our CEC. I say put the chairman in charge of the board.
Thank you, Fred.
Is there any further discussion?
Somebody make a motion.
Mr. Rocket, would you please bring your motion forward in writing?
I did a moment ago. I'll bring you another one.
Thank
We don't have it, sir.
Madam Chairwoman,
Yes, ma'am.
Michelle Hagenson, Precinct 3028. I rise to speak against Mr. Kreisel's amendment. As such, the Executive Advisory Board that is being proposed, the county chairman is an ex officio member of that board. Welcome to attend, welcome to give input, etc. In times past, the chairman many times was a busy business person. And so the vice chair was more readily available for the day-to-day operations, the day-to-day decisions of running our party. And so this is why the Executive Advisory Board was proposed in this manner for the vice chair to chair this board coming from our CEC. So this does not in any way undermine the county chair. It just gives another person to give input to the Executive Advisory Board.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Cheryl Hagenson, Precinct 3028.
Cheryl Hagenson. I'd like to speak to that.
You're not allowed to, ma'am.
I wouldn't have asked. I would have just voted. You should have just voted, not to ask permission. You can speak if you want to.
In other words, that will be in the past. He does not have it.
Madam Chairman, Madam Chairman, in order for you to be able to speak, you must relinquish the chair to the highest ranking officer present, according to Robert's Rules of Order.
For the night?
No, for this discussion.
For this discussion, then I will relinquish the chair to Lauren Sanchez to speak to them.
You relinquish the chair to who?
Lauren Sanchez, so that I can speak to your motion.
Well, then I guess you better come out here to this microphone.
You got it.
Hey, Democrats, go home. I don't know why y'all do
I would like to speak to Mr. Kreisel's amendment. Are you speaking for? My name is Cynthia Brim, and I was elected by the Republicans across Bexar County by a 70% vote. To lead this party. In doing that, I have a servant's heart, and I talked to the Republican Party of Texas when they did the chair, what was it, the chair training back in April. And one of their suggestions was this. They said, empower your precinct chairs. Give them back the power. Why? Because we have 3 million people here in Bexar County, and what we've had is one chairman, one vice chair, and we have a parliamentarian, a treasurer, and then we also have sergeant of arms. And as such, that's not enough. It's not enough at all to do the work that is necessary. And what they said was you have to empower them, and you should have more than one vice chair. More than one. Give them back the power. And they said you can create whatever title you want to get the work done. And so what I have done is created a director of operations, director of communications, community outreach, because we are not doing that right. We've kind of been hidden.
Good job, take your job. That'd be bad. Take your job. You're not in charge.
Okay, I'm sorry, we're out. Do we have anybody else rising in opposition to Mr. Kreisel's amendment to the amendment?
That was 3 in favor and 3 against.
Point of information, Madam Chair.
You've already spoke, Patty.
Ms. Gibbons, can I get your precinct number, please?
Patty Gibbons, 3063.
You've already spoke, Patty.
Just to make it clear, in Robert's Rules of Order, page 395, the presiding officer who relinquished the chair should not return to it until the pending main motion question has been disposed of, since he has shown himself to be a partisan as far as that particular matter is concerned. So until the main motion is adopted, that chair cannot take back presiding chair.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gibbons. All right.
Madam Chairman?
Yes.
Michael Rain, Precinct 2026. I call the question, and I want to be clear on this, on the amendment to the substituted bylaws.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I'm sorry?
Okay, read it, please. Tell me what we're voting on.
Yes, that's correct. He just said this. We're speaking on the second.